Hi friends, I never draw backgrounds, so feel free to roast me, just don't roast me too hard, please. Okay, so the reference I used was Snow White by a well because I've been binging our art goddess Lavender Town. I've been just watching her videos all day. So she said to for backgrounds to kind of make the person interacting with something in their setting and stuff. And so I was like, oh well, would be cool. I could have a person sitting there. Yeah, I was gonna try to do something really similar to the Snow White picture, but it just wasn't having it. Like right away the angle was off and I was like, oh, I can't do that. So yeah, I kind of just did those line things as a cheat, to figure out how tall the person should be. Um, if you want to use that same cheat, just go back and rewind. I don't care. Steal my methods. It's all good. Yeah, the icicles didn't end up staying. Yeah, I decided I want it to be a more wintry sort of scene for some reason. I don't know why or how I ended up deciding that, but I guess I just thought icicles would look cool. But they didn't stay at the end, so oh well. Maybe some other time. um, yeah, I started with the very back things filling in with the sketch. I just started with the main thing, but when you're painting you should probably start with the very back things, even if it's digital. Anyway, so I just kind of blocked out the shapes. I have seen a good number of painting tutorials on Pinterest, even though I never paint. I mean, I do paint occasionally, but I've never digitally painted until now, I guess. um I mean, I have a couple times. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of yoinked all the knowledge that had built up in my brain from being on Pinterest 24/7 and just kind of applied some of that to the things, like the trees and stuff. I kind of just blocked out the darkest parts and then kind of added in the lighter parts and just kind of made. I think it's this part, this light green that goes on is kind of where the snow and the trees kind of like meshing together maybe. I don't know. But you put more white on top of it and then it looks more like actual snow, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look that much like snow, but I mean, for my level, it looks enough like snow for me to be okay with? Yeah, I'm not good at painting in general, but digital painting is just, no thanks. But at least it was just plants, because even with real paint, I can't do faces. I just suck. So I don't know how hard it would be to do digital faces. Maybe I should challenge myself to do that. That would be hard. I'd cry. But yeah, plants are fine. I can do some good-ish plants and feel pretty okay about them? So yeah, there's the snow. Yeah, they just kind of look like weird little highlights at first until I smudged them. Yeah, I kind of wanted to smudge them into the light green and kind of at the ends, I kind of left them a little bit unsmudged. I kind of rounded out the edges so it's not just a hard little edge of the piece of white. So yeah, I kind of just blurred that a little bit. Yeah, I kind of differentiated the colors when I was just blocking out initially with the trees and bushes and stuff. I kind of used different colors. Yeah, so I kind of did the same thing with the bushes, except instead of in straight rows, I just kind of put them everywhere. I think the bushes turned out a lot worse than the trees, but it's good. It's fine. You can tell it's a bush. Um, I mean, probably. I think. Yeah. So I don't. Oh, okay. I guess I just cropped everything out so I could actually. Not everything, just kind of cropped all the background out of the Snow White picture so I could actually see what I was doing there. Okay, so yeah. And another tip Lavender Town said in her video, I think it was the one about backgrounds, probably, because I'm doing a background and that's the video I most heavily relied on for tips. She said to in the background make the lines. I mean, I didn't use any line art for the very background with the trees, but to do colored lines and not black lines, and then the more stuff comes into the foreground, you darken it to kind of bring more attention to it. So I kind of used a lighter, I mean, dark gray to yeah, I had such a hard time with the roof, getting it where is it a roof? it's only covering a well, so I don't know if it counts as like a roof. It's like a little well umbrella. I don't know. Yeah, I had a hard time placing that. Anyway, line art. Yeah, I was gonna make the roof a more warm color at first, but then I didn't. So I kind of colored those lines accordingly and made them not quite black, you know? I feel like they could have been light. Oh, I just hiccuped. They could have been lighter, but whatever. Yeah. So I kind of just outlined. I feel like I'm being really repetitive. This is really slow. It's just like, yeah. Yeah, there you go, coloring. Yeah, okay. So I colored in, for this stuff, I like to do the actual color of it before the shading. Like with the trees, you do the darkest part first and then highlight, but for this stuff, I like to do the sort of medium, like middle, sort of neutral tone of it, and then do the shading and the highlighting separately. So yeah, that's what I did, and then I made the roof less of a warm color and just kind of darkened that. You can see where I like filled in the line with a different color to make it less warm. So yeah, I did the same thing with the snow. Like I outlined with like a dark bluish, or not dark bluish, light bluish grayish. It looked a little more blue than it probably should have, but like whatever. It's fantasy-ish. It's like a cartoon. It can be blue snow if it wants to be blue snow. Don't tell it how to live its life. Okay. So then I just go shading some more. Yeah. This was actually kind of fun. The smudging took forever though. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I kind of shaded all the rocks, the bricks, or whatever the heck they are. I mean, rocks are bricks. Bricks are rocks. They're rocks. They're bricks. Same thing. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, so I kind of darkened the shading where there was like more stuff. Like it was. I don't know. Like there's shading like where the sun would hit, like the pillars, for example. It would just be like a blue, like the darker blue. But then like with the roof on it, it adds more darkness there, so I kind of put more darkness. Same with like in the well. Like down in the well would be darker, so I kind of put like darker in there, you know, like right there. Yeah. I hope that explanation made sense. Um, so yeah. Then I just did that 70 more times, just on everything. Like the snow. I mean, I tried to make the snow more fluffy. Like I tried to make it like less smooth smudging, you know. I don't know. I probably should have used a different brush, but I'm lazy and don't like to experiment with lots of brushes unless I'm like just setting aside a time to experiment, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah, I kind of darkened the line art where the shading was because the line art looked lighter than the shading and it looked really weird. So yeah. Then I shaded around the trees and the bushes and stuff because those make shadows because they're things. It was kind of hard to do it like over the thing because I had already merged all the layers of the plants, whereas like earlier I had like been adding the snow and highlights to them like separately on separate layers. So once I merged them all together, it was kind of hard to like get the shadows like in front of the trees but behind the bush, you know? But it was not too bad, I guess. I feel like with these highlights on the well, I made it like too shiny, like too white, you know? Yeah, but anyway, then I go like detailing the little sketch of the person I put there. Just kind of adding more detail to her. I mean, she's still just a little figure, but she's just less scribbly, I guess. Yeah, so I wanted her to be like a princess at first. I considered putting that pastel wintry princess sort of girl I designed. I think I've drawn her like twice. But I feel like if I'm gonna draw her again, she's gotta be like an actual character by now. Because, like, I've drawn her a couple times, and she's got a really cute design, too. Anyway, but this is not her. I did not draw her. Maybe next time. Probably not. So yeah, she kind of, I wanted, like, Christmassy vibes for some reason. I was just really feeling Christmas vibes. Not, like, Christmas, but, like, wintry, but, like, with some red and green in there, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense either. Um, like those cards you can get where it's like, or like photos where it's like all snowy and there's those red berries and like birds in the trees and stuff, and like it's winter but it's not necessarily Christmas, you know? But you can kind of get Christmas vibes. Like it's not like totally cold and like the White Witch sort of vibes where it's all like, ooh, no warmth allowed. It's like kind of got nice vibes, you know? I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it's just how my brain just sort of felt the colors. That made even less sense. Okay, anyway, berries. Yeah, I'm drawing those. I don't know what kind of berries they are. Like, usually those kind of berries that birds eat, they grow on trees. We had one, like, in our neighbor's yard. Or was it in our yard? It was, like, in our neighbor's, like, driveway or something. And we would always, like, stand on this little, like, thing in between our driveways and, like, watch the little birds eat the berries. The neighbors were cool, though. They, like, didn't care. Anyway, that was like years ago, like when I was like 13. Anyway, back to the drawing. So yeah, I don't know what kind of berries are on the bushes. I don't know if those kind of berries or anything similar grows on bushes, but whatever. So I kind of wanted her outfit to look sort of like Belle's dress in the like the pink one she wears in the wintry scene. And also sort of like with the colors of her dress in like the that Christmas movie. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. But anyway, yeah, I originally gave her like silver hair, but it just looked too white and like meshing with the background. So I just gave her boring brown hair. Yeah. But it still looks cool. Looks even more like Belle. Yay. So yeah. Oh, that red color on the tights is not good. It's a good thing I changed that. Anyway, so I shaded with like a cool purplish sort of color. Yeah, I probably should have made it less purple and like more grayish purple, like so it looks colder. But I guess I kind of like the warmth it sort of gives it. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah. Oh, and with this girl with her line art, I made it like darker but not quite black because I thought that would just be too different, you know? I just kind of made it like a dark grayish plum color. Yeah. Like bluish, grayish, purplish. Yeah. I tried to do the same thing with the shading on her fluffiness on her dress that I did with the snow. Just kind of made it a little bit messy looking and not totally smooth. Yeah. I used like this purplish on her face and it looked really warm. I wanted it to look a little colder, so I used some tool I had just figured out how to use to make it colder, and yay, it worked. Um, yeah, and then I shaded there. Yeah, I really don't know what else to add to like these commentaries, like voiceovers, but I'm literally just telling you what's going on when it's like right there for you to watch, and I'm still just saying, yeah, here I did this. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm watching it. I don't know, but yeah. Uh, Oh yeah, then I shaded around the berries like in the green area so it didn't look like they were just plopped on there because they were. I didn't want them to look like that. Haha, I've tricked you all. Oh, it's over. Okay. Yeah, the end. So here's the final finished product. Not the best, but I think it's pretty cute, especially for my first time. Okay, bye.